Last week in PPL Bolt, we got a very, very big W against a player who has proven themselves to be a very fierce competitor in Gentleman Thomas and the Copenhagen Galades. But this week, we're gonna make sure we keep that momentum rolling as we're up against the Berkshire Bronzongs, coached by Jakey XY. Now, Jakey's had a rough start to the season, but has shown himself to be a bit of an up-and-comer in the space, making very good content at a very high production level. And unfortunately for Jakey, he's in my sights to be my next victim. Will we keep this momentum rolling on and manage to build on the back of an incredible performance last week? Or will Jakey knock us down a peg and show us that we have to remain humble in order to be successful? There's only one way to find out. Welcome to week 4 of PPL Bolt. Let's go! Now, if you want to skip straight forward to the Teambuilder, the timestamp for you to do so will be on screen right about now. But if you want to know exactly what I'm bringing this week, why I'm bringing it, and how I think it's going to get me the best results, feel free to stick around because it's going to be very fun. So, without further ado, let's get into it, shall we? Now, the matchup will appear on screen right about now, and as you can see, my opponent has a very fast, very hard-hitting, very annoying team to face. The combination of Cinderace and Meowscarada are an absolute pain, Garchomp is always a problem for basically any team I ever play, and Gengar hits like an absolute truck. There's also some very, very annoying defensive mons in that Cresselia, that Milotic, and of course that pesky Appleton that has shown me time and time again that if you underestimate that thing, it straight up will sweep you with Iron Defense Body Press. There's also Florges, which is, luckily for me, one of the only ways to defog they have on their team, and Knacklestack, which has proven itself to be an incredibly bulky Pokemon that can stand in the way of basically any team. But I feel fairly confident about this matchup. I've isolated a few key weaknesses that my opponent has that hopefully I'll be able to exploit and should be able to help me get the win. So, let's get into the team builder, shall we? Now, the first Pokemon that's going to be appearing on the team is going to be Hot Mothic, who is making their return to try and make up for their terrible Week 1 performance. Now, we're bringing Hot Mothic as a dedicated lead this week because it has one job and one job only, and that is going to be set up sticky webs and get the hell out of Dodge. If you can take something down with you, amazing. If not, it's fine. I really could not care less. But sticky webs here against a team that has the likes of Cinderace, Garchomp, Meowscarada, and Gengar is insane. And hopefully, if I'm able to get it off correctly, it should enable some of my other Pokemon to go a little bit crazy in this matchup. But hopefully, if Jakey speed tiers correctly and does his speed correctly, I should be able to take advantage of some of those speed tiers very well. So, hopefully, Hot Mothic is going to be able to get them webs up, take something down with it, and potentially, if they've brought a really crap team, just be able to win off the rip with Quiver Dance. It does have that offensive niche. It can potentially threaten something like a Cinderace and stop it from being able to go completely crazy off the rip, but it's here to get webs up, and that's all I need it for. Is it going to be able to lay the competition all over, or is it going to completely fail in its endeavors? I guess you'll have to find out. Now, the second Pokemon I'm bringing this week is going to be Anna Taylor-Joy the Kingambit, and this week we're bringing her with a Defiance set. And the reason we're going Defiant is because if my opponent wants to try and defog away any webs or rocks that I happen to get up in this game, I need a way to punish that. And what better to punish it than the premier Defiant user in the game. Now, obviously Kingambit usually comes with the Supreme Overlord ability, but this week, being able to switch in and get an immediate +2 against something like that Florges or against the Vespiquen, then that would be insane for me. Now, the set we've gone with is Swords Dance, Iron Hair, Sucker Punch, and, of course, the Kowtow Cleave, with a max special defense Kingambit set. That should aid me in being able to take on the Gengar and allow me to take a hit from Florges a lot better in case I accidentally catch myself switching in on Moonblast rather than the cheeky defog. But leftovers will be able to help keep me healthy in that regard, and hopefully Anna Joy will be able to switch in and punish those defog attempts. It does of course also have the Sucker Punch, which could come in very handy against the Gengar, against the Cinderace, and potentially against a weakened Meowscarada and Garchomp as well. It basically deals with the fast threats if I'm not able to get webs up effectively, and punishes my opponent for trying to get rid of the speed control. I thought it was a smart bring. What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below, and hopefully Anna Joy is going to be defiant in her victory this week. Now, mon number 3 coming this week is of course going to be Vataloco, because when I'm using a webs team, Vataloco is the best way to abuse that. An incredibly hard-hitting Pokemon that has a very decent speed tier with webs and hits like an absolute truck. It's bulky too, so you can't just revenge it with something faster, except for, of course, Garchomp, but that's a different story. And the moves we're going with this week are Steam Eruption, Sludge Bomb, Fire Spin, and Taunt. I didn't think I needed fire coverage this week because the things that Fire Blast and Flamethrower would have been able to take out, mainly that Meowscarada, have the Protein and Libero abilities, so I can't guarantee I'm going to get a super effective hit against them. Of course, the fire moves are nice against the Go-Goat, and they are, of course, nice against the Vespiquen, but I don't think Vespiquen, Amoonguss, or Go-Goat are going to be coming here. And even if they do, I can hit Go-Goat with a Sludge Bomb, which will probably do more damage anyway, and of course, Go-Goat is a Terramon, so I don't want to be going for a Flamethrower against the Go-Goat that's just going to Terra into a Water or a Rock type and completely ignore me. There's also Appleton, which kind of resists fire anyway because of the thick fat ability, and I just didn't think it was a good idea when I could have just brought Sludge Bomb, done super effective damage against the Florges, hit the Appleton for damage, and potentially snag poisons on whatever switches in. Fire Spin will of course be able to lock things in, and it could be very nice to catch something like the Milotic with a Fire Spin as it tries to recover, so that I can taunt and beat it 1v1 that way. I figured that it had a bit more utility than just bringing random brainless fire coverage, and it worked out quite well for me last week. And Taunt of course shuts down any form of Cresselia. I've got a lot of speed on this Volcanion, so I should be able to outspeed it and stop it from doing what it wants to do. And yeah, just seemed like a cool idea. So Vataloco is here to burn your taste buds this week. Moving swiftly on, our 4th member of the team is going to be a return from Mr. Tommy Cooper himself with a Swords Dance set this week. How fun is that? We're going with Swords Dance, Play Rough, Dual Wing Beat, and Roost. And with a nice cheeky little sticky web boost, if I get up a Swords Dance, this thing just wins. Toxic Chain allows me to potentially snag some poisons against physically defensive Pokemon, and it could just basically win at this point. Like, Play Rough and Dual Wing Beat are all the coverage I need. I can set up on things like the Gengar, unless it's a Nasty Plot variant, but even if it is, I 2-hit KO it with Dual Wing Beat, and Play Rough hits basically everything else for massive damage. This thing looked crazy this week. Now, of course, it's not the perfect answer. There is the possibility of a Knackle Stack which comes in and just sets up alongside me and completely basically makes me redundant. And of course, there is that cheeky Terra Steel Appleton that could potentially be a problem. And if that comes, then I think I would need to remove that before I'm able to win this week with Fazandipity. But with the speed tier, with its defensive profile, and with its stab moves, I figured it was the best way to do it this week. We've gone Adamant, and we've gone enough speed to outspeed a -1 Meowscarada if it's obviously in the sticky web. So I outspeed basically everything that's non-scarfed or non-boots, and just do massive damage to it all. I'm also bulky enough to be able to take a few hits from the likes of Milotic, and I just like Fezandipity. It's a cool mon. I'm looking forward to trying it out a bit more this season, and today is the first chance for me to do that. So, is Tommy Cooper gonna have us in stitches, or will he fail at the first step of trouble? I don't know what I'm saying, but you'll have to find out. Now, the next mon on the team is going to be Fumikage the Mandibuzz with a Foul Play, U-Turn, Roost, Defog set. Physically defensive so that it can scrap with Cinderace, Garchomp, and Meowscarada fairly effectively. I don't need to explain this much more than that. I needed a Pokemon that could act as a mid-ground in case the game gets very scrappy and in case there are some Boots mons there. If the Cinderace and the Meowscarada are both heavy duty boots, this thing is able to scrap with them very, very effectively. Now obviously I do have to worry about play rough from Meowscarada, and Garchomp is of course always a problem with the Swords Dance Stone Edge set, but I should be able to scrap with it with foul play if I am basically just positioned correctly. Mandibuzz is a cool Pokemon, haven't been able to bring it too much this season, but it is very reliable and it takes hits exactly when you want it to. Not much else to be said. I do have Defog just in case they do start to try and hazard stack me, or in case I need to get rocks off the field for my next Pokemon, or for Vataloco that's been knocked off, but Mandibuzz is just going to stand in the way of everything my opponent wants to do, and if I'm lucky, it'll help me win the game. So, it's time to find out whether they do that or not. And the final Pokemon in this team is going to be a debut for Doctor Who the Noctowl, who is going with a very fun set this week consisting of Agility, Echoed Voice, Hurricane, and Roost with a Throat Spray set. Now if I can get up an Agility, I click Terra Normal Throat Spray, and Echoed Voice, I just win. It's that simple. I am able to outspeed a lot of things in the sticky web, and if I can get up agility, I can outspeed everything else. I have a little bit of bulk on here just so that I can take hits from Meowscarada in case I'm not able to one-shot it with Echoed Voice. And of course, there is always a risk when you're running Hurricane that it can miss, but that's not the plan here. My opponent has no Ghost. You heard me correct. Outside of Gengar, there is no Ghost here. And I don't think Gengar is necessarily the best option for my opponent to bring this week. So, hopefully, once Gengar goes down, or if it doesn't show, I get to click Echoed Voice and I get to win because there are a grand total of no resistances after that, because Tinted Lens just makes it so that there is no such thing as a resistance. And after a Throat Spray boost, I get up to +1, I start absolutely hammering away. So, it's going to be very fun to find out whether this works or not. It is one of my favourite sets to bring, Terra Normal Echoed Voice, because it just does so much damage, and if you don't have an immediate response to it, it just completely destroys you. And with Terra Normal, of course, you don't even need to really charge up, because the initial hit is boosted to 60 base power, which then becomes 120 base power. You're essentially using a non-stab double edge for free. It's pretty cool, and hopefully Doctor Who is going to be the jewel in our crown this week. Will they be able to travel through time and help us save the world? Probably not, because they're just a Noctowl, but either way, it's going to be fun to see what they can do this week. And that is the team for week 4 of PPL Bolt. Do you think there's anything different I could have done? Do you like my strategy? If so, let me know down below, because you're going to find out whether it worked or not in just a minute. So, without further ado, it's time to find out what happened in week 4 of PPL Bolt for the Solihull Skarmours versus the Berkshire Bronzongs. Let's freaking go, baby! Hello, fans of the Solihull Skarmours, PPL fans, assorted YouTube friends. My name is OnesieBanette, and we are here with yet another week 4 of the PPL Bolt Division. And this week we're up against JKXY. I don't know why I've said that. It's because Frank pronounced it that way and I just really liked it. It's JKXY and the Berkshire Bronzongs, and this is going to be a very tough game. They have some very fast offensive threats that I have very little for. So we've gone with a little bit of heat, as usual, as is standard here on the OnesieBanette channel, and hopefully we're going to be able to get the job done. So we're searching, and hopefully we can get this game crack-a-lacking. And we have indeed connected with the man, the myth, the legend himself, JKXY. Now, I'm going to sort my music out, and we do see some Pokemon on my screen. And this is going to be a fun time. There's the Appleton, which is not the Terramon I was expecting this week. I did see that he had Terra Go-Goat, which was a massive problem for me, and I was very scared about that thing, and almost changed some stuff last minute for it, but it appears he's gone for Terra Appleton instead, which is still a big threat, but all the big 4 scary mons are here. That necessitates me having to use Hot Mothic as my Focus Sash lead here, I think, because I need the speed lower on Garchomp, on Meowscarada, on Cresselia, no, on Gengar, not Cresselia. It's got Levitate. Yeah, I think that's the set we go with. I think we lead with the cheekiest of Meowscaradas. Yes, good luck, Jakey. Have fun, my dude. Let's have a good game. I love the hair. I love the hair. Hi, Ace. How are you, buddy? So we get the Intimidate off. Question is, do I terror this thing now? Do I just go for a hit? I think I'm going to go for webs. Yeah, it's probably going for U-turn right here. I'm going to go for sticky web. Why not? Sword stance. Okay, you can become Terra normal. I don't appreciate that. Very much don't appreciate that, actually. That's not very good. I have Sucker Punch. I do have Sucker Punch. I really don't want a Terra here. It's Terra normal now. Well, it's normal now. I could Quiver Dance. Because that would make me faster than this thing. Yeah, fuck it. Why not? Agility. Okay. So it's Sword Stance Agility. Okay, what? What is happening right here? What on earth is happening right here? So I'm now +1. I should kill with Hurricane without having to Terra. My Ice Beam to a normal Cinderace is going to do about 50%. I really don't... Oh, I hate having to risk... Oh, I hate it. I hate having to risk a Hurricane right now, early in the game. This is just sadness incarnate. But I have to click it. I have to. Fireball. It is going to connect. Knock me down to my Sash. We're going to get the Focus Sash. It's Life Orb. Well done, Hot Mothic. You've clicked Hurricane twice, and you've missed twice. It's fine. It's not over yet, but it is a big problem. So I have to now basically sack big damage on something to live. I mean, this is +2 Life Orb Cinderace. I need to calc so much. Fumicargo should be fine. Yeah, Fumicargo should be fine now. It's going to take a big chunk, though. That's really annoying. That is so irritating. Fireball's going to hit. There's less than half. So this should die to a foul play now. I'm really sad. Like, I knew I should have just Terroring on Terra Blast. That would have been the play like 9 times out of 10. But Hot Mothic once again letting me down. I wasn't expecting much, because I didn't bring it to be an offensive mon. Okay. So Boo's here. It's Air Blue. I don't know what this thing's set is. Do I need this Meowscarada? I do need this Meowscarada. So I have to go into Anatala Joy. So the Thunderbolt comes out. That does damage. It's about 25%. That left me on 254. It's left me on 254. So quick maths. That's 42 plus 45. That's about 90. This is... Oh, I know the item. It's fucking Air Balloon. Of course it is. Of course it's Air Balloon. I think I want to just kowtow here, if I'm being totally honest. I don't think I want to Sucker Punch. I think I just have to kowtow. I know he's obviously got that silly Appleton that can come in. I'm happy with this thing getting burnt, but there is also Focus Blast potential. If it Focus Blasts me here, it's going to probably kill me. Oh. Sucker Punch. You are going to withdraw. I should have kowtowed. I said to myself, and I backed out of it. It's fine. Chomp. Okay. Hi, Chomp. Hey, buddy. How are you, bro? It's good to see you. You're caught in the web. So there's leftovers coming in quite nice. Do I go Doctor Who here? Or do I go Mandibuzz? I think I go Mandibuzz like any day of the week here. Because I can then roost. And remember, if this thing does want to start setting up spikes, I do of course have my own defog. So it's just a case of like wearing up whether the webs are better for me or the webs are better for him. You know. Okay, you are going to catch me with the double switch. Back out to Boo. Okay. That's a nice little double you pulled there, buddy. This Thunderbolt. Or does it kill? It's probably going to be timid. I don't think. 236. It's a roll in my favour. I'm going to go Tommy Cooper this time. Yeah, we'll go Tommy Cooper this time. On the potential Focus Blast. From the Bolt again. About the same damage. Now I get to hit something with a dual Wing Beat. Potentially this thing. What should switch into this? Probably, maybe the Appleton? Oh, no, I'm just going to dual Wing Beat. Because you're not going to go Gengar here, are you? Why would you go Garchomp? You're not going to go Garchomp on a Pheasantipity, are you? Yeah. Sludge Bomb. Okay. That's not going to kill. You're going to get the dual Wing Beat off. Break your balloon. Which is really nice. Doesn't 2-hit KO. But now I'm just going to roost. Thunderbolt. Okay. No hacks, which we like. That's what we like. Let's do another one. Thunderbolt again. Okay. It's a fun game we're playing here. Sword Dance now. You want the power, don't you? Come on then, bro. What you saying? Thunderbolt. I know I'm tempting fate by doing this. Basically back up full now, and I'm up to +2. My play rough up +2 does kill the Gengar. They're both base 90 accurate moves. One hits twice. Yeah, play rough's probably the call here. 73 minimum. Go for that. No power, please. Jakey, come on. This is just stupid. This is really stupid, brother. I know it's not your fault, but like, this is really stupid, bro. You watch. No, okay. Well, now this is going to force me to use more roosts than I really would like. It's just really annoying I miss as well. I need this thing to take a hit from Chomp afterwards. That's the really annoying part. This is why I hate this. So we're up at half health. I'm going down a Tail of Joy. So I need this thing to take a hit from Garchomp in a pinch, I think. So I went from potentially killing this Gengar to this shit. Like, it was on the one turn. I just needed one more non-power, and then I get a power into miss into full power. Stop talking about it. It's fine. I think what I do now, I just click The Kowtow of Cleave. Thunderbolt. Yeah, cool. I thought you were going to get one on this then, and I was about to scream. Get out of my face. Not today, mister. Okay, so we have officially taken the lead. We do have a basically half-dead Fezandipity, which is kind of crap, but the Gengar couldn't really come back in because it was going to get outsped by everything left anyway. So, chomps in. It is now at -1. Okay. How do I play this? So do you get outsped by my Volcanion? I think I have enough speed. It's... I think I should still outspeed it. I should still outspeed it. I really don't like the idea of having to go into Fumikage on this thing. But I think I have to. I think I have to. I just think it's needed at this point. Sword stance. Okay. I'm gonna foul play it. It's probably gonna outspeed me. Wait, what? Okay. Cool. Foul play, I guess. That leaves it with 1 health. I would love to know if it's a Rocky Helmet as well. I'm so confused. Why? Please. That was a roll as well. But it's literally doesn't matter. At this point, yeah, it's whatever. Outrage. Okay. Well, like, isn't this just now free? Yeah, this is like free then. And I can even like keep it back healthy, because it is still fairly bulky against what's left. Yeah. Yeah, I'll roost as it outrages into me. It's now getting confused, okay. Oh, 25%! Okay. It's fine, just hit it. Just hit it. I thought it would have been a free turn. It's apparently not a free turn. Okay, he's going to go for the attack. He's going to get the Earthquake. It's going to kill through my Shuka. I'm getting hacked out and I hate it. How much speed have I got on this thing? 220. What are we saying? Do I just have to go for it? Yeah, I do. Fuck it. We have to do this. Oh, the hope that he's not fully maxed speed. He's max speed! And he hits! Come on! What is this? What are you doing? What is this? Okay. No, he's max speed, Rocky hit. Oh, no, stop it, stop it. Calm. This is still winnable. Still winnable. Why? I am curious. I am super curious. My fastest Pokemon is Fezandipity. which, if it's max speed timid, hits 326. There is no way this thing needs to have max investment. In fact, that's bad prep. It is bad prep. I'm sorry, Jakey. It's bad prep. That is just a fact. Now, I have to sucker because it's going to hit me. Okay, chill. We have the webs. We have... Oh, the webs aren't going to matter, are they? I assumed he was going to speed creep correctly. He hasn't. And that has cost me 2 Pokemon there. And that's really irritating. So Meowscarada comes in. Boots. What does Meowscarada get that can hit me? I guess Brick Break. I really don't want to have to switch out here because he's got 3 Mons left. And he doesn't care about the webs at all. You've got to Brick Break me to kill me. But it's heavy duty boots. I don't know if I can take Brick Break into Loud Trick. No, I've got to go back to Loco here. Taunt. Okay. I mean, if that's what you like, I guess. Watch me miss this fire spin. Watch it happen. It's happening right here. You're going to U-turn on me? Okay. Hi. Yep. Sticky web. Sticky web. Catch this. I think I'm going to taunt it. Oh, I can't because I've been taunted. Okay. So, Water, Steel, Dragon. What we thinking? I'm going to Steam Eruption. Which is... No burn. Draco. Oh my god, that's choice specs. Alright, Anatella Joy's got to come in. I've got to click Sword Stance, and I've just got to hope and kill everything. There's no way a Draco would have killed there if it wasn't specs. Jesus Christ. What is this? Are you going to withdraw? Baru. So we get the Sword Stance. And now I need to work something out. It's Defiant versus Meowscarada. I do not kill it with a Sucker Puncher +2 in any way, shape, or form. I have to hope this thing has absolutely 0 ways to hit me. I have to go for Iron Head. U-turn. Okay. I don't think this kills. And it crits. Like... I have to work it. That wouldn't have killed. Wouldn't have killed. Urgh. Okay, right. I can't say it's a good game because it wasn't. Like, it just wasn't. I can't understate that. It was not a good game. Not trying to be salty, but when that much goes against you, even the crit at the end, like, max attack, that doesn't kill from there. Max amount of damage that U-turn could have done against my Kim Gambit was 20%. I was at way above 20%. Even a crit Like, unless that was, like, even if that was choice banded, that doesn't kill from there. Like, I'm not being funny. Like, that is ridiculous. Ugh. So, I am very salty, but I have to say, he won the game. It's a shame, because it could have been a much better game, and I would have won if I'd banked on, you know, the right things happening, but I didn't, and I can only really blame myself there. So, well played, I guess, and we have to move onwards and upwards. It's annoying, it's sad, but I can't do anything else about it. So, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next fucking video. Jesus Christ.